Good evening, yogis. It's just crossed the 6:30 mark, so it's time to begin our class together. We've got a 60-minute Vinyasa practice tonight. Before we start, a couple of words on the journey into your yoga. It's an entirely personal thing, and you will take it wherever you want it to go, however you want it to be. And my presence in the room as a guide is really just an honor to be here with you. One thing I'd like to share with you is the yogi practice of abaYoga. And abaYoga is a Sanskrit word meaning a commitment just to the process, a love of the practice itself. In the moment, for the moment, complete detachment from an outcome. So they have another word for this, vairagya. It's a letting go of the outcome. And very often in the modern world, we focus on the outcome and we endure the process to get to the outcome. And it makes the process sometimes, suffering and difficult. And the yogis turn this upside down. They focus on the process and the outcomes happen. And these are not the destination. It's the process they're diving into. abaYoga is the magic of the process, the practice, the love of the practice of yoga is the reason to do it, not the outcome. It's not to lose weight or whatever it is you can think of. So I offer to you to let this practice be because you love the practice. Let go of all criticism, all judgmental, any self-criticism. Let it all go and just be with what it is. We'll do a little bit of breathing to calm ourselves. We'll set an intention together around abaYoga and we'll start practicing, warming up through the 3 planes. As I always like to remind the spine that it has this range of functional movement. Good, enough yabba for me. Let's settle our sit bones a bit deeper into the ground and lengthen actively through the spine as if we could reach out through each vertebra, pressing the crown of the head a little higher as we melt the shoulders away from the ears. Good, and as we balance ourselves, bring our awareness from our monkey mind, our planning mind, into our body. Fastest way to do that, through the breath. 2 nostrils, left and right. Inhale the air, fill your lungs. Let the air expand inside your chest so you can feel its presence. Maybe the air can move deeper down so you're taking nice deep belly breaths, as if you really mean it. And we'll take 4 breaths together, counting in for 4 and out for 4, making this whisper sound, ujjayi, as we go. So seal your lips, make sure you breathe through your nose. And inhale with me for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. You relax when you exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more together through the nose. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing gently through the nose. Natural cadence. Ujjayi. You can feel the breath in the back of your throat. And we'll set a gentle intention together. Please place your right hand where you can feel your heartbeat and your left hand where you can feel your breath. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and your mind. Good, allow the sensation to stay inside your body as you release your hands and gently come into an all-4s position, and we'll warm up through the sagittal plane, coming through cat-cow. So just make sure that your palms press deep into the earth. Draw your navel up into your spine. Hands are as wide as your shoulders and knees are as wide as your hips. And your breath is conscious in your body. Good, and you'll inhale to come to cow by dropping the belly and raising the chin. And exhale to press the cats. Raise your spine and draw your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, arch the spine, draw the chin in. Good, more, twice more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. There's a rhythm created by your breath. Exhale, cat. Good, gently come back to your all fours position. Gently draw your navel in and up. Broaden your palms into the ground. Puff up your shoulders and reach through the crown of your head. And we'll get ready for gate pose to open up through the frontal plane. So step your right foot out to the right and kneel up onto your left knee. Come to this vertical. Bring your energy into your left hand and just rest your right hand on your right thigh, and then breathe in to sweep your left hand up and over your left shoulder. Imagine you've got a thin pane of glass in front of you, stopping you from leaning forward. As you arch out through the left side of your body, feel the extensiveness of this reaching stretch as you move through the inner ribs and expand around your flexing spine. For one more long breath in, and stay for an exhale. Maybe you come a little deeper. Good, then inhale, float your left hand onto the mat and float your right foot off the floor. So engaging through the muscles on the side of your tummy, and reach your right hand towards the sky. Feel the energy radiating from your heart through to your fingertips and out through your feet. And gently roll your wrists around in either direction at least 3 times. Gently warming through the wrist and ankle joints. And then when you're ready, softly float your right foot back onto the floor and walk your left hand out in front. And as you breathe in, reach your right fingertips even higher towards the sky. Imagine you could touch something above you, meaningfully. Allow your lungs to fill with air, and right at the top of the breath, get ready. And as you begin to exhale, dive your right hand all the way down and underneath your left rib cage as your right shoulder softens to the earth, and you take a transverse twist around your spine and open up through the inner right thigh. Feel your breath. Feel gravity holding you on the ground. Allow the breath to leave your body and use an inhale to float your right hand all the way back up to the sky and open up back through your heart space. Nice. Extend through your right fingertips as if you could touch a higher purpose, and then float your right hand back down to touch the ground. Let's stay grounded. And step to the other foot. So draw your right knee in and step your left foot out. Come on up, stand on your right knee, and we'll get ready to do the frontal plane on the other side. Place your left hand casually on your left thigh, and then actively inhale to float your right hand. Your breath is half full as it passes a shoulder, and then up and over your head, your breath fills and fills as you come deeper into the frontal plane. You're being careful not to lean forward. Good. A couple of nice big breaths here. Just imagine how much gentle shifting you can create inside your torso, allowing the breath to move the internal organs and massage. Stretch out through the intercostal muscles that bind your ribs. For one more long breath in. And then as you exhale, use the fullness of your breath to sweep your right hand all the way to the ground and pick up your left leg off the floor and reach your left fingertips towards the heavens and roll your left wrist around, left wrist around and your left ankle around, and warm up the joints and activate through your oblique muscles. A couple of times in each direction, try and keep the left foot as comfortably high as you can. Or maybe you need to lower it a bit. Maybe you're trying too hard. And then float your left foot onto the floor and walk your right hand around until it's in front of your right knee. Push down through your right palm, broaden through the fingers, and lift a little higher through your left hand. Feel the energy reach up from your heart past your left shoulder, up through your left elbow, extending through your left forearm until you can feel it lift the edges of your fingertips. Fill your lungs with breath and then exhale, dive the left hand all the way through and soften your left shoulder onto the floor and open up around your spine. Big breaths. Create those little shifts inside the torso. Maybe they create little shifts inside your awareness. Good. Gently let the breath leave your body and inhale your left hand straight back up to the sky. Meaningfully reach it up high. Connect with something above you. And then float your left hand back onto the ground. Good. And come to sit on your bottom. And we'll come into Navasana just to activate through the core. So bend your knees through 90 degrees. And where your torso is vertical, just tilt it backwards so your hips are at 90 degrees as well. So engaging through your core. And then notice how much you can just dump into your spine and rely on your spine. I'd like you to lengthen through your spine. And imagine I'm sitting behind you, or someone you really like is sitting behind you, holding a pencil between your shoulder blades. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together till you can hold that pencil. And then reach your hands forward, your palms upwards. Good. The shoulder blades draw together and the chest puffs forward. So you're engaging through your core to lift up through your heart space. When you're ready, lift your right shin off the floor and your left shin off the floor, coming into your high boat. Good. From here, take a breath in and exhale down to low boat. Please keep your heels and your shoulders off the floor. And then inhale, come up to high boat. Draw your shoulder blades together. 3 more times. Exhale all the way down towards the ground, but stay off the ground, apart from the hips, of course. And inhale, come up high boat. Twice more. Exhale, low boat. Try and keep it off the floor, just off the floor. Inhale, high boat. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chest. Exhale, last time, down towards the ground. We're in low boat. Heels are off the floor, shoulders are off the floor. And we'll stay here for 5, for 4, for 3. What comes next? Yes, 1. Inhale, high boat. Good. From here, come into a forearm press. So just roll over your knees and press your forearms into the ground. Giant 11 created in front of you. As you puff your shoulder blades up towards the sky and press the energy out through your heels, draw your belly button in and up. Belly button in and up. Engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Good. Feel the breath move through your body. Nice. Rotate your right hand in towards your left elbow, so it's at 90 degrees, and then rotate onto the right side of your right foot and come into a side plank. So your elbow is pressing into the ground, you're strong through your right shoulder, you lift your hips off the floor, and your right foot is resting on the floor. Your left foot can stay on your right foot to start with. Float your left hand towards the sky. You're in side plank. Lift your hips and maybe lift your left foot a little higher. Good. For 1 big breath in as you lift your hips just a little more if that's comfortable. And then float your left foot down onto the ground, left elbow onto the ground. Try and keep your hips off the floor. Stay strong through your core. And then rotate your left hand in towards your right elbow and rotate onto the left foot. Good. Float your right hand towards the sky. Lift your hips a little higher. And maybe float your right foot towards the sky as well. Strong through your core, really strong through your left shoulder. For 1 more big breath in. Nice. And then gently float your right foot onto the ground. Come back into your forearm press. Nice. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, walk your toes towards your elbows. Dolphin pose. Take a breath in here and actively soften through your neck. As you gaze between your feet, press down through your palms. Take a breath in and straighten through your arms, downward facing dog. Good. Rotate your sit bones a little higher towards the sky. And actively notice where your hips are. With both feet on the ground, the hips are neutral. So the right hip is as high as the left hip. In a minute, we're going to change our legs, and I want you to keep your hips neutral. So shifting your weight into your left foot, inhale your right foot, 3-legged dog, but try not to lift the right hip. Instead, fire up through your right glute. That's your bum muscle and also your right hamstring. Good. Nice. Press the energy straight through the right heel as you push the ground away through your hands and broaden through your heart space. Take a breath in and exhale to bend your right knee. Then inhale to rotate your right knee up towards a sky scorpion pose and suck your right heel in towards your sit bone as you reach out through your right hip flexor. Good work, Adela. And draw that right heel in a little deeper. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, swing your right knee all the way through to your left elbow. Swing the right knee all the way through to the left elbow. The whole body stays off the floor. You're supported by both hands on your left foot. Everything else is lifting off the floor. Core, super strong. Big breath in. Exhale, scorpion. So that right foot floats all the way back up. Heel tucks in towards the sit bone and knee goes even higher, Karina. Beautiful work. Gaze is underneath the right shoulder. Your breath is strong. Your belly is on. You take a full breath in and exhale. Dive your right knee to your right elbow. You push forward so you're strong over the shoulders. Try not to dump quite so low into your shoulders for me, Wyndham. Push the ground. That's it. Good. Big breath in here. Everything's off the floor except the hands and left foot. As you exhale, scorpion pose. All the way up. Scorpion pose. And stretch out your right hip flexor. That's the front of the top of your right leg. Your right knee can press a little higher if that's comfortable for you, Cat. Take a breath in here and then straighten into your three-legged dog and try and rotate your hips so the hips are neutral again as you lift your right foot and press out through your right heel. Take a breath in and use the whole exhale to float your right foot towards the earth gently. And when your breath is empty, you can shift your weight to your right foot, balance through your hands, and inhale your left foot, three-legged dog. Press out through the left heel and notice if you've lifted your left hip. If you have, angle your left hip back towards the ground. You'll feel a shift into your left bum cheek and hamstring. You've got to engage to keep that left foot high. Breath in, exhale, bend the left knee. Good. Inhale, rotate left knee to the sky. Scorpion pose. Now, before we rush out of this pose, I want you to feel your palms pushing the ground and raise the energy all the way through your neck, down your spine, through your hips and up through your left thigh to press your left knee even higher and draw your left heel even deeper towards your sit bone. Feel the stretch through your left hip flexor. You're opening up through that big group of muscles as you play with just pushing your weight towards the center of the balance. If you went any further, you'd be coming into an involuntary wild thing, but instead take a breath in and exhale to draw your left knee straight around in an arch to touch your right elbow. Good. Push your shoulder blades higher as you press the ground away. Nice. One more breath in. Belly is on strong. You've got this. Exhale, scorpion pose. Lift that left leg gracefully. Press the knee high. Scorpion pose, Adela. So your left leg is bent. Adela, can you bend your left knee for me? Adela, can you bend your left knee for me? Maybe the audio is not working. Take a big old breath in here. As you exhale, draw your left knee to your left elbow. Awesome. Press it on forward. Strong. Big breath in. Push your shoulders away. Nice. One more breath. Exhale, scorpion pose. Open up a little deeper into your left hip flexor. A little deeper. As you bend your left knee and draw your left heel towards your sit bone and rotate your left knee up, up, up towards the sky. Beautiful. Now you've got it. Big breath in here. As you exhale, straighten up to a three-legged dog. Use the inhale to push that left heel even higher above the radiator, Karina. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, now float your left leg. Keep it nice and straight all the way down to the ground. Your foot just lightly brushes the earth as you're empty on air. And then soften your knees, bring your knees to the ground and widen your knees. Allow your toes to touch. Walk your hands forward to soften your heart towards the earth. Let go. Find your child's pose. Maybe you can even regress to a time when all you knew was happiness. Somewhere inside you, there is a part that still only knows happiness. We have to learn to be worried. Maybe you can let go of all of that stuff and just connect with the moment, connect with the earth, connect with your breath. What is important? In just a moment, we're going to come to standing pose, Tadasana, and ground ourselves. Right now, you're connected with the earth because you're so close to it, but when you stand and you're only on your feet, I want you to feel gravity all the way through your body and the strength and vibrance of your body lifting up with gravity. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, tuck your toes and come to a downward facing dog. Feel this downward facing dog. Don't just do it, feel it. If it's a little bit messy, good. Let go of being right, perfect. Just be. And sense what's going on in your body. Take a nice long breath in here through your nose. This time, open your mouth and exhaust it out. Inhale through the nose. Breathe out again and soften through your neck as you look between your shins. One more time, breathe in gently and fully. This time as you exhale, shift your gaze to your hands, bend your knees, walk your feet between your hands. See if you can keep your fingertips engaged in the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to do this. And allow a full stretch through the posterior chain. If I wasn't here and your practice was just you in your house, your place, how long would you allow yourself to release in forward fold? The simplest postures very often create the most subtle shifts deep inside. And it's lots and lots of subtle shifts that make up a journey, right? Maybe you take a little swish to the left and to the right if that feels good in your body right now. Maybe you straighten your knees, or maybe you bend your knees, listening to how you feel in your low back. Your belly draws in and up as your breath stays at that beautiful cadence, 4 in, 4 out, Ujjayi, whisper sound. In a moment, we're going to take a halfway lift, and I want you to use it as an opportunity to strengthen through your back line. Beautiful modification, cat. What you're doing right now will encourage a softness into your low back. Let's all release our arms from whatever position we chose and inhale to come to a halfway lift. For this first one, I'd like you to straighten your arms and place your hands at the top of your shins, and lengthen, strengthen powerfully through your back. Shift your hips a little further forward over your ankles. Feel the engagement through your hamstrings and your glutes. Arms are straight, shoulder blades weave together. We resist the temptation to let gravity droop the shoulder blades towards the ground and soften the head forward. We're strong through the back. We're using this pose to build strength through every muscle along your spine, around your glutes and down your hamstring. Belly is still on. Breath is still strong. Inhale fully through your nose. And exhale, forward fold. Now relax all those muscles. Just let them soften. One more time. Inhale to a halfway lift. It's your choice if you place your hands on your shins or direct your fingers straight towards the earth. But lengthen through your spine and stay so conscious in your pose. Even right here, you're progressing on your own journey. One more big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to stand, but push down through both feet and lift up segmentally through your spine until you lift your heart, your chest, and eventually your head, and then lift your hands through a full breath and watch those palms as they touch above your head. And when they do, lift your heart towards your palms, coming into a mini back bend. Send your gaze a little higher. And if your belly went soft, draw it in to protect your lumbar spine. Good. Big breath in here. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Samastitihi. And we'll set up for that Tadasana we spoke about. So imagine Tadasana emerging from the ground and moving through your body like a wave of energy from Mother Earth herself. Bring your hands to your hips and position your feet so your toes physically touch and your heels do not. Actively push down through all four corners of your feet. If you wish to sway left and right to feel this, and backwards and forwards so you're fully conscious in the soles of your feet, and please do. Ground yourself. Inhale your 10 toes up off the floor and spread them super wide consciously, and exhale to press them back into your mat one by one until your feet grip the floor. Now that you have connection with the earth, lift the energy up through your ankles, your calves. Gently hike up your kneecaps and use this to engage through your thighs, but don't lock your knees. Keep them gently off lock. Keep the power on. Good. Bring the energy straight up into your hips and draw your navel in and up. Knowingly engage Uddiyana Bandha as your feet grip the earth. Let this Uddiyana Bandha rise through your core from the belly up through your heart space as you broaden through your collarbones, and allow those yogi hands to rotate outwards. Good. Send your awareness into your hands. Feel the stretch on the inner palms. Now send your awareness back into your feet. Seal your feet in towards the earth. Now bring the awareness back into your palms and broaden through your palms as you engage Hasta Bandha. That's the wrist lock. And then lift the energy straight up through the back of your neck. Feel the back of your neck lengthen as you draw your chin slightly towards your throat. And the crown of your head extends physically a little taller and energetically up into the heavens, the clouds, the universe, or whatever you believe in, a higher purpose. Good. Finding your Tadasana, you are like a mountain, stable, balanced, finding a gentle equilibrium, an engagement. It's not like you're overstraining, but you're certainly not relaxing. Good. We'll come into Sun Salutation A, and then we'll come back to the balancing before Sun Salutation B. So keeping your Tadasana through all of these postures, go ahead and inhale both hands up towards the sky. Feel the vibrance through the whole of your body, especially the front line. Exhale your hands towards the earth. Feel a release through the back line of the body. Inhale, take that halfway lift that you've been practicing, and exhale, press your hands into the floor. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Step your right foot meaningfully to the back of the mat, and press up through your shoulder blades, lengthen through your spine, your Tadasana fully intact. You're not sagging in the middle. Good. Take a breath in here. If you need to bring your knees to the earth, please do so. Otherwise, exhale down to Chaturanga. Chaturanga, four-legged staff. You can be on the ground if you wish. If you're on the ground, inhale to a baby cobra. If you're in Chaturanga, flip to the top of your feet and come up into your upward facing dog. Keep your thighs off the floor as you lift your chest towards the sky and draw your belly in. Lift your heart space. If you're in baby cobra, float your hands off the floor so you know you're protecting your lumbar. If you're in upward facing dog, keep your belly in and up. It's like a little airbag protecting the lumbar spine. Good. From here, everybody take a nice long breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, find your way to down dog. You're breathing out to down dog. Good. As your lungs empty, your sit bones press the highest. Then inhale, lift your heels. As you exhale, sink your heels. Twice more, inhale, lift heels. As you exhale, soften your neck, send your gaze between your feet. One more, breathe all the way in. Feel the richness in your body through the practice. Exhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, and lightly step slowly up the mat. Feet between the fingertips. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it up towards the heavens, high prayer. Feel Tadasana emerging through your body from the feet all the way to the toes. As you watch your palms press and exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Let's do this twice more together. Inhale, high prayer. Mini back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Relax. Inhale, halfway lift, powerful. Exhale, step back, one breath, chaturanga, or modify where you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, press your sit bones. Take a full breath in, neck is super floppy. A long breath out. Another full breath in. Another delicious breath all the way out to release. Then breathe in through your nose, and as you exhale, lift your hands and on empty walk or fly to the top of the mat. And when you're there, inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. Inhale to sweep both hands super wide of your heart. Press the palms. Exhale your hands into your heart center, samastiti, and ground yourself for the last one. Inhale both hands towards the sky. Open your heart space. Exhale, both hands towards the earth. Worshipping Mother Nature. Inhale, take your powerful halfway lift. Strengthen your back. And exhale, one breath, chaturanga. High plank to low plank. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Open your heart. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths as you float your heels and sink your heels. Press your palms and soften your neck. Stay strong through your shoulders. One more long breath. Exhale. Drishti to the hands. Step it forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. High prayer. Samastitihi. Tadasana. Remember your balance. Remember your feet touching the earth. Let's practice our balance, practice our proprioception, give ourselves a good fighting chance to know how to stand up in any posture. Push your weight down into your left foot and keep all of your Tadasana cues. As you exhale to draw your right knee to about navel height. And place your left hand on the outside of your right knee and reach your right hand straight out in front of you. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen your spine. Inhale your right hand all the way through a semicircle until there's a 180-degree angle between the inside of your right arm and the outside of your right thigh. Right knee is lifted, belly is in, crown of the head presses towards whatever is above us. Right shoulder is completely open. Big breath comes in. Nice. Gently use the exhale to bring that right hand all the way around back to the front. Long, slow, sweeping action. And come to prayer hands in your right knee, inside your right knee. And press your right knee in against your right hand. Build tension there. Use the resistance. And then inhale to open up both hands and press the right leg out to the right side. Lift up through the crown of your head. Press down through the soles of your feet and broaden through your yogi hands. What's going on with your belly button? If it's gone soft and floppy, smile. And then re-engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Draw your right knee back into center. And place your hands underneath your thigh. And just straighten out your right leg in front of you. So your right heel is extending out and your right toes are reaching back to your belly. And then lift both of your hands up towards the sky. Palms are broad. Right heel presses straight out. Left foot presses straight down. Whole of the body's engaged. Building strength from the inside, from the center, let yourself radiate. One more long breath as you lift that right foot a little higher. And then exhale, slowly rotate that right foot down towards the ground. Really slow. And eventually come back to your samastitihi, rebalance yourself. And we'll do the other side. So shift your weight into your right foot. And inhale your left knee, around about as high as your navel. And place your right hand on the outside of your left knee. And reach your left hand straight out in front of you. Press it all forward. And then inhale to sweep your left hand in a big sweeping arch towards the back of the room as you open up around the transverse plane and lengthen the distance between your left hand to your left knee. Good. Gaze is on one spot. Just let your right leg work out how to make this happen for you. One more breath. Nice. And you can inhale that left hand all the way back to the front and place your prayer hands on the inside of your left knee and build up some tension between the back of your left hand and the inside of your left knee. Actually do it. Don't just think it, do it. You're building strength on the inner thigh here. Good, and you're also building resistance for the left deltoid. Nice, from here, inhale to open up your left knee out to the side. Left knee out to the side, push it with the left hand. Nice, beautiful work, Karina. Lifting through the crown of your head and breathing through the lungs. Life, like your life depended on it. One more breath. Then gently draw your left knee back into center and grab the back of your left thigh and press your left foot straight out in front of you. Push down through your right leg and then float both hands up towards the sky. Lift your left heel a little higher for me. Good, take a big breath here. And stay all the way for the exhale as you strengthen through the whole of your body. Feel it from the ground up, all the way through to the fingertips. And then gently, softly float your left foot very slowly, under control, down towards the earth. Nice, exhale your hands into your heart center. And we'll come into Sun Salutation B. Give yourself a moment to reconnect with the earth. Extend your energy above you. So many of us become very attached to our bodies. When we're young, that's kind of cool because they're bulletproof. But bodies change. And our attachment to who or what the body was can cause suffering when it changes, and it always changes. Everything changes. But the spirit inside you can grow on a journey far more powerful than the body. So when your body changes, don't let it give you suffering. Smile at the lessons that it teaches you. I've had lots of yoga teachers in my life. I'm not entirely sure if they taught me more than my injuries have. Let's come into Sun Salutation B. Just enjoy it. Inhale both hands towards the sky. And exhale into your chair pose, sit it nice and low. Take a nice big breath in here and exhale to forward fold. Inhale to take a halfway lift. Exhale to step back. One breath, Chaturanga Dandasana. You modify wherever you need to. Inhale up to your upward facing dog and exhale down to your downward facing dog. Don't lift your right hip as you inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And then exhale, draw your right knee into your chest, step it forward, keep your hips super low, and inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. Feel the power of your foundation holding you. So your legs are strong and connected with the earth. From the feet, through the legs, through the hips. You can soften your shoulders and draw your belly in. One more breath in. Let's exhale and find Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. You've got this. You know where it sits in your body. You know when you try too hard, and you also know when you're just hanging out. So bring it in, yogis, and feel the practice. Flip your right hand over, reach forward and inhale. Sweep that right hand up and over to reverse your warrior. And then exhale, sweep both hands one by one up and over. Frame your right foot and take your right foot straight back into the air. High plank, you can modify where you need to low plank, right foot is still off the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot floats, three-legged dog. Keep the left hip low. Inhale, exhale, draw your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Both hands can float. Nice, sit deeper into your powerful base. Where is it that you can bring your muscles tighter and stronger and more active? This is the place to draw your feet together to the midline, to hug your hips towards the midline, to draw your belly in. This is where you build the power and the strength to give yourself a foundation so that what's above your weight can sit beautifully on top, stacking all the way the energy through your shoulders, fingertips bright, can soften the shoulders away from the ears. Take one big breath in, and as you exhale, find your warrior two. That right heel rotates into the ground, and you can feel the energy of the warrior emerging up through the floor, your mat, your feet, bringing you strength, bringing your legs, your hips into alignment. As your left arm presses out in front of you and your gaze shines straight down your middle finger, your right shoulder opens up and draws back, all the way back. Right fingertips, arms are parallel to the ground. This is the warrior pose. This is the warrior inside of you. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world around, your stoic, deep, spiritual character is alive in this posture. Good. Take another breath in and then flip that left hand over. Reach forward. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Feel the stretch through your rib cage and exhale. Left hand, right hand over the head. Frame the left foot. Step the left foot back. High plank. 3-point high plank. Hold it for just a second. Exhale down to low plank. Strong here. Place your left foot on the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. But open your heart. Lift your hip off the floor and press your chin a little higher towards the energy above you. Fill your lungs completely. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath comes all the way in. Long breath goes all the way out. Inhale. Exhale. Another full breath all the way in. Long breath all the way out. And as you do, switch your gaze to your hands and walk your feet between your fingertips. Bend your knees until your hips are as low as your knees. Your arms are straight, your fingertips just about touching the ground. Bend knees, drop hips, straight arms, fingertips touch. Good. It's like you're sitting on a little wooden block. From here, inhale to lift your hands up, but don't lift your hips. Just keep them low. Utkatasana. Strong. Soften your shoulders. Press down through all four corners of your feet. And make sure your bandhas are engaged. So it's really normal here for the belly to get kind of lazy. I want you to draw your belly in, not tight, just engaged. And then drop your shoulders away from your ears. And feel your breath as you send your gaze somewhere above your finger line. Good. 2 more long breaths. Strong through your legs. Nice. 1 more big breath comes in. Then as you exhale, forward fold, and walk your feet out so your heels are on the edge of your mats and your toes are off the edge of your mats. And get ready for your malasana, so squatting pose. Bend your knees until your knees press out over your toes. Your knees press out over your toes. And bring your hands to brace somewhere comfortably between your knees. We're coming into a squatting pose to open up through the hips. It's no exaggeration to say that in the West we don't squat enough. And we get tight hips. In the East, we think it's weird, but they have squatting toilets, right? So you go to Thailand, and you go to a not a 5-star hotel, and you walk into the toilet and there's this ceramic bowl set into the floor, and you think, what's supposed to do with this? Well, for them it's quite normal just to squat down and do their do and disappear. They do it every day of their life. And they have these beautiful, naturally open hips. Whereas we sit on a little chair and get nothing. Your practice offers you a way to reverse some of this. Coming into this posture, opening up through the hips and releasing not just the muscular tension, but the emotional tension we hold as well. Take 1 more breath in and lift your heart above your hands as you soften your hips a little lower. There is something you can let go of right now, something emotional, something you don't need. Maybe it's something you're not even conscious that you're holding on to. Give yourself the permission you need to free yourself of it. And just take a nice long breath as it flashes away. Good. Gently place your hands onto the ground and straighten up through your legs. And step your heels out once, step your toes out once. Come on up, straight legs. Reach your hands up towards the sky, star pose. And then exhale all the way down into a goddess pose. So you're lowering your hips. You've opened them already, so you're good to do this. You've done the sun salutation, so the muscles are on. You did your chair pose, so the muscles are strong. You're going to cactus your arms. And as you cactus your arms, draw your shoulder blades together. Do you remember at the beginning when we did high boat and you squeeze the shoulder blades and press your chest out? You're going to do that just now. Hold the pencil between your shoulder blades and then sit a little lower. And as you sit, I need you to press your knees out over your toes. This will protect the inner and outer seams of your knees. Good. Once you've got this, take a breath in and exhale your right elbow down to your left knee. Now this is going to increase the load, not just on the legs and the foundation that you built, but on the side muscles, your oblique muscles. That's why we did the side plank at the beginning of the practice. One more big breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, come on up into your goddess pose. Nice. And then do the other side. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Open up through the right side of your body. Strong through your hips, strong through your core, and strong through the obliques. Good. Inhale, come on up. And inhale all the way up into your star pose. Press your palms together and walk your feet all the way in. And exhale your hands into your heart center. Good. Place your hands on your hips, getting ready for your standing back bend. I want you to draw. I say I want. You can do whatever you like. I highly suggest that you protect your lumbar spine by drawing your belly in. Imagine tightening a belt. Hands are on the hips comfortably. Good. Draw your chest up as you push your hips forward and wheel your elbows in towards each other. Lift your hips a little higher, a little higher. Press your heart even higher. Send your gaze higher and arch out through the front of your body. Beautiful. Remember to keep your belly in to protect your lumbar. Take a full breath in with me here and stay for the exhale. Then inhale, come on up to your standing and dive all the way through. Hands are on the hips, back is flat until your chest lowers down towards your thighs. Good. Keep drawing your elbows together. Interlace your fingers behind your butt and reach your hands up and over. Give your heart space and shoulders a little bit of a stretch. Gaze is in between your legs. One more long breath. And then gently exhale to float the hands back down towards the ground. Reconnect the hands into the earth. Step back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice long breath in. You've got this, yogis. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Remember what we said earlier about not lifting the right hip. It's easier when we do. But I need you to keep your hip nice and level and fire up through the glute, the muscle we're about to stretch. Raise your right leg a little higher and straighten out through your right leg and feel the energy press. Yes, cat. Feel the energy press through your right calf and extend through your right heel. Take a full breath in and exhale your knee into your chest. Tiger curl like you mean it. The tiger curl means you press your shoulder blades forward and draw your knee towards your lips. Maybe you give your knee a little kiss and then step your right foot in between your hands. We've pushed the ground away so far. It's easy to do this. And soften your left knee down onto the earth. Soften through your hips and step your right foot just forward a bit. Step your right foot just forward a bit so you can soften through your hips a little more. Imagine there was a weight on the back of your hips. encouraging your hips deeper into the earth so you can let go. Gently inhale your heart and your chin a little higher. And then begin to step your right foot towards your left wrist. And soften the right knee so caringly behind the right wrist. And then inhale your chest even higher, and maybe you float your hands straight up towards whatever is above. Take a full breath, and then when you're ready, exhale and walk your hands forwards, melting down into your half pigeon. That big muscle you just engaged through your right bum gets a really good stretch. Carl Jung once said, "It is the privilege of a lifetime to become who you are." Can you accept who you are? Or would you rather judge and critique and measure yourself against other people? Inhale to lift your heart and walk your hands underneath your shoulders and tuck your left foot. And good, take a breath in and breathe out to downward facing dog. So lift the hips up and step your right foot back. And then inhale your left foot to the sky. Three-legged dog, same thing with the hips. Straighten through your left leg powerfully. Draw your left toes towards your hips. Press your left heels even further out. Some of us in such a rush, Karina. Take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. Tiger curl. When we tiger curl, we push the shoulder blades up and press out through the back leg. We're pushing the ground away so far that we can step the left foot between the hands. Carefully. Long lunge. And gently soften the right knee towards the ground and maybe step that left foot forward. Get a slightly deeper opening through the hips. Breathing consciously. Opening through the hips. Letting go. Very often when we find a way to unblock ourselves, it's all about getting out of our own way. Because really the only person that can influence us so much to get in our way is ourselves. All the power we give other people. Maybe we can let all of that go and just be. Gently setting up for your half pigeon, begin to walk your left foot to your right wrist. And compassionately lower your left knee behind your left wrist. Shin somewhere in line with the top edge of the mat. And then inhale your heart high, maybe the hands. Open through the heart space. Beautiful cat. And then exhale, walk your hands out in front of you and lower the heart straight in towards the earth. Allow the earth's energy to wrap its arms around your torso and hug you in. Connect and be present. And let that left bum cheek stretch. If a little voice said to you inside your heart, "Who am I?" How would you respond? One more nice long breath through the whole of your lungs. Deep, deep, deep belly breaths. And then gently inhale your hands to lift your heart space. And roll your weight onto your left butt cheek and bring both legs out in front of you. Keep that left leg tucked in. Press the left foot against the inner right thigh, getting ready for Janushirasana. Inhale both hands up towards the sky. Rotate your left shoulder forward. And then exhale to float your arms down. Lead with your heart space, hinge at your hips, and let your palms face up. When they reach on the ground, when they rest on the ground, let the palms face up so you're not gripping anything. You're just letting the physiology open up through the whole posterior chain. Should get some really nice stretches through the back lines of your body. Opening up and letting go. And getting ready for your final resting pose. Maybe even lining up what you need to have a really good night's sleep tonight. Kind of sleep that refreshes the whole of your body and your soul. Gently inhale to come on up and straighten out through your left leg and bend your right knee, coming to Janushirasana, head to toe, head to knee pose, toe pose. Inhale both hands up towards the sky and spin your right shoulder forwards, and exhale to fold forward over your left thigh. And your palms can rest, your hands, can rest onto the ground with the palms facing upwards. Every pose allows us to feel something. One more long, gentle breath. Feel it moving through your body. And gently inhale to come on up. And get ready to lower yourself into your final resting pose. Bend your knees slightly. We'll come down nice and slow. So reach your hands out in front of you and just softly lower down, but raise your heart space a slightly higher emotional vibration, fueled by your physical energy. Your shoulders can gently melt towards the floor. You're strong in your core. And then eventually, when your shoulders touch the ground, draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a loving embrace. Something that demonstrates the compassion you now let yourself feel for yourself. And gently release into your Shavasana, so relax your legs onto the ground. Legs can stay straight, bent, whatever you like, but they relax. So the inner seams of the legs soften. Feet flop outwards naturally. I'd like you to widen your arms a little bit wider than they are now. And draw your shoulder blades together and tuck your chin in slightly and have any kind of little wriggle that you think you need before we come to stillness. Everything that you do in your practice has purpose. And that purpose finds its way home when you allow yourself the stillness of Shavasana. So take 2 long breaths with me, and then I'm going to invite you to sit with your Shavasana as long as you can allow yourself to. We'll take a 4-6 breath first. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale to relax through 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more together. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale to relax. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe normally. Relax. Let go. Shavasana. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for practicing with me.